Ready to roll in game 2. Piedmont and LaGrange, the nightcap. It is a night game officially, too. A start time after 5 o'clock in game 2 of our softball doubleheader. Piedmont was victorious in game 1. If you're just joining us, a 13-1 blowout for the Lady Lions. But game 2 starts now, and it's Martina Malik who delivers the first pitch, and it's in there for a strike to the leadoff hitter, Ivy Grant.
Yeah, Malik, a 1.8 ERA on this season. Shockingly, that's actually third on the team since Madison Whiteside just threw a perfect inning there to end the last game.
1 inning pitch. Does that qualify?
It does.
Ivy Grant swings at that one out towards center field, but it's gloved by Stegmeyer in center field, and there's one away. Ivy Grant, she's going to hit the ball a lot. We saw her with 3 hits in game 1 alone, so the top of the order there for LaGrange doing what they do.
Yep. Didn't hit that ball exactly on the screws, but drove it right to center field. That's what you want to see as a leadoff hitter, just poking little singles here and there. But Becca Stegmeyer, one of the fastest and best people at getting a good jump on the ball.
We're off to a much more tame start to this one. The first game, 3 pitches had been thrown, and LaGrange had already scored, and they had 2 hits. First pitch there to Landon Delamar is a strike.
Going to go over the fielders for the Lions real quick. Malik on the bump, Davis behind the plate, Taylor at Sauls, Graham, and Isley going around the diamond. The outfielders Perry in left, Stegmeyer in center, and Hannah Smith in right field. So he only changed Drew Graham at short, and Mackenzie Davis going to be behind the plate for the second game here.
Delamar fouls that one straight back. She was 1 for 3 in game 1. Played second base and batted second in that one as well. Same spot in the order for her this time. 1-1 count, 1 out here in the top of the first. Ball misses just up high.
Malik will get a lot of those pitches. She has more movement, not as much speed as McBrayer. So her balls have so much late break that you'll see Davis go out to snag them so they don't break too much over the plate. And she can get a lot of easy calls getting clips on the outside of the plate.
Malik delivers that one. Almost got a piece of Delamar. She managed to scoots out of the way.
A little bit of difficulty going to be going from left to right, so throws from the left side of the infield to the right. Sun is going to be a factor here early on in the game.
Counts 2-2. I believe I had that wrong a second ago, but it's 2-3 now. Malik, swing and a miss, gets her first strikeout of the game, and it's Delamar down swinging.
Designated hitter, number 1, Abby Gardner.
Malik, the team leader in strikeouts. She entered today, let's see, with 33 of them to her name. That's 34 now on the season. She's going to go up in the count against Abby Gardner now after a foul ball.
Tough for Gardner. She drops her batting average 100 points, but goes 1 for 3 in the game. That's how hot she was coming into the game today.
Yeah, hot start for the season for her. The Panthers now just 3-4, only played 7 games if you include the first leg of our doubleheader. Gardner takes that one outside, and it's 1-1. Yeah, hard to get a good sense sometimes at this point in the season when teams have played so many different numbers of games. The Lions came in having played 18, and the Panthers had only played 6. Very hard to get a sense of who you are as a team only 6 games in.
Absolutely, Troy.
Malik misses up and in on that one, and it's 2-1 to Gardner. Gardner did the pitching. Really started in the circle for LaGrange in game 1. Takes a strike on the outer half there from Malik, and it's 2-2 now.
Malik's numbers on the year real quick. 1.8 ERA, 58 1/3 innings pitch with a very crispy 5.6 K per 7.
Malik winds, delivers the 2-2. It's hit straight up the chute. I think it's going to be ruled a foul ball, but it's caught either way by Mackenzie Davis. So it's a 1-2-3 top of the first for the Lions. Good start for Martina Malik. Stegmeyer, Isley, and Perry will lead it off for the Lions in the bottom half when we come back.
All right, welcome back to the Main Event Broadcasting Network here for the second half of this doubleheader. Mario D'Alessandro along with Troy Wyman.
Piedmont coming to bat here in the bottom of the first. It's going to be Stegmeyer, Isley, and Perry. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Kaylee White, the DP. Mackenzie Davis, who's behind the plate here in game 2. And Kara Taylor batting 6th. Hannah Smith, Drew Graham, and TK Sauls round out the batting order for Piedmont. But first, it's Rebecca Stegmeyer takes the ball 1 to start her day, going against LaGrange pitcher Hannah Godfrey, the game 2 starter.
Yeah, Godfrey 0-2 on the season. A 2.63 ERA in just her 3 appearances so far. So basically gone 4 2/3 in 2 of them and 4 1/3 in the other. She's got 13 1/3 innings pitched with a 3.68 K per 7.
Second pitch to Stegmeyer was in there for a strike, so here comes the 1-1. It's grounded over towards second base. That's Landon Delamar who makes the flip over to first, and there's one away.
Yeah, going around the diamond here for the Panthers in the second game. Going to have Hannah Godfrey hurling the ball down to Rebecca Hobson behind the plate. Right to left around your infield. Haley Palmer, Landon Delamar, Lindsay Swearingen, and Reagan Gunter at third. The outfield, Brittany Todd in left, Ivy Grant in center, and Haley Jones in right.
Third baseman Caitlin Isley digs in now for the Lions. She takes first pitch low and maybe a little bit away for a ball. Isley, believe it or not, 0 for 3 in game 1, though she did have an RBI on a fielder's choice situation. Fouls that one straight back off the fencing and off the pole.
Yeah, Godfrey going to be a little more speed than the Lions saw last game. They were all a little bit more movement pitchers, but I guess not moving them much because the Lions really teed off, scoring 13 runs in that first half of the doubleheader.
Godfrey's 1-1 line past a diving shortstop. That's Swearingen over there, and Caitlin Isley. Hey, a little reverse jinx. I said she didn't have a hit in game 1. She got a hit to lead off her first at bat in game 2. So here we go. Now we go. Now we're back.
Yeah, we're back to 500 now. 1 for 2.
Another hit for Isley, who's been red hot as of late, holding down the number 2 spot in that order. It's going to set the table here for Caitlin Perry if we want to talk about being red hot. Caitlin Perry's been it.
Something's going to happen on the right-hand side of the field here. I think there's a bat that fell through the screen.
And he's getting the field cleared away there, making sure it's safe and playable. Good job over there by the umpire and crew. First pitch to Caitlin Perry, driven deep into center field. Back at the wall. It's off the wall. Off the wall. Isley's going to be sent home. The throw to the plate is not in time. Isley scores from first. Caitlin Perry, an RBI double, doing what she does. Lions lead 1-0 already early in this game yet again.
That was a screamer to center. Hit it on the screws is an understatement. She squared that ball up, and it got to the 225 sign. She hit it basically where Hannah Morgan did, just a little bit more of a line drive. Morgan's was more of that big pop fly variety.
Yeah, both of them now so far. We've got 2 balls that have hit midway up that dead center field wall for the Lions in this doubleheader. They're seeing it well. Here's Kaylee White swinging at the first pitch and fouling it back over the first base dugout.
Love White getting a little bit of time here. She's also going to be accompanied by Drew Graham, a couple of people from that 2019 squad that went to the regional, getting some action here today in game number 2.
White takes that one up and out of the zone. She's been a mainstay in game 2s recently, batting fourth, doing the designated hitting. Yep. That's been something that they've been very comfortable with. Let her, take a breather in game 1. Emma McBrayer's in there normally in game 1, hitting and pitching, so you want her in the lineup. But then when it's the flip side with Malik, you put Kaylee White's big bat in there. She takes that one up and in.
Yep, and she didn't start the season doing that. It was McBrayer actually hitting in both games, but she's been a great teammate. Kaylee White is very vocal in the dugout, and she's being rewarded here.
Swings over the top of that one, and it's a 2-2 count now. Kaylee White batting .250 on the season. She was 4 for 16 entering this doubleheader. 5 RBIs to show for her contributions as she takes that one outside.
Yeah, and she is a first pitch swinger, but don't let that fool you. If she doesn't get that first pitch, it's always in deep counts. Here we are again, 3-2.
Lions lead 1-0 here in the bottom of the first. 3 balls, 2 strikes to White, and she swings over the top of it. She's going to be retired on strikes by Hannah Godfrey, and there's 2 away.
If you're normally familiar with Mackenzie Davis this year, you know she normally wears number 4. These white jerseys are very, very small. She's wearing 29 today in your playbook.
Just to throw another little wrench into it for us of all the stuff we've been dealing with up here today. Waiting on umpires, we had a little bit of issue with the stats, and now, of course, we got a different number being thrown on somebody.
We deserve a medal.
Of course.
At least a cookie.
I go for a cookie.
I'd love a cookie. A little milk.
The first pitch to Davis was in there for a strike. Perry's still out there at second after her RBI double scored Isley. Good job checking her swing there by Davis, not chasing that one up and out of the zone and evening it up at 1-1. Almost the entire diamond now consumed by shadows as we get into the later hours, as this one's grounded out towards short. That's Swearingen. Blah, 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 blah. Out at first is Davis, and that's going to do it for the Lions in the bottom of the first. But they lead 1-0 after Perry's RBI double. You're listening to Piedmont College Athletics on the Main Event Broadcasting Network on YouTube.
Go ahead.
Leading off for the Panthers.
4, 5, 6 due up for the Panthers in the top of the second. It's Rebecca Hobson, her first appearance in today's doubleheader, doing the catching and batting fourth for the LaGrange Panthers. She digs in and prepares for the first pitch from Malik. Swings, and it's just past Isley and a diving Drew Graham into left field. So one pitch, one hit so far on the day for Rebecca Hobson. Welcome to the doubleheader.
You'll notice Drew Graham over there. It's already the second inning. She's already dirty. That's the way Drew Graham plays. She'll dive for anything. Top-nosed player out there at short.
Willing to sell out early in this ball game with a 1-run lead. Haley Palmer digs in now, the first baseman for the Panthers. Takes a strike on the outer half.
Now, Troy, with that first game with Piedmont winning by that decisive score, they now go to 56-8 in USA South play against their opponents, so dominating so far this year.
In terms of runs scored, yeah.
Yes.
Not the overall record.
No.
I was like, whoa, that's something. That ball's outside. A quick snap throw down to first is not quite in time.
Thought that was Hannah Morgan the way that got down there. Mackenzie Davis with an arm.
Real quick snap throw. I thought she had her for a second, just a little bit up the line with the throw. Malik brings the 1-1. Palmer fouls it straight back.
Palmer, the freshman, batting .500 on the season. Limited action so far at the dish, but .500 nonetheless.
Malik has her sign, delivers the 1-2. It's grounded right back to her. She gloves it, throws low to first, but she gets the out. Very important first out of the inning. A pitcher fielding her position, as we mentioned earlier in Game 1.
Now batting the left fielder, number 88, Brittany
So
Todd.
Palmer does her job, moves a runner over, and it's going to bring up left fielder Brittany Todd. First pitch in there for a strike. Todd was 1 for 3 in game 1 of the doubleheader. How many times do you think we're going to say doubleheader today?
At least 5 more.
Well, now it's a challenge. Fouled straight back that time from Todd. Count goes 0-2 now in favor of the Piedmont right-hander Malik.
Kind of a young lineup the Panthers went for in the first game. A lot of sophomores. A senior-laden one here with 5 seniors in this starting roster now.
Malik has her sign, delivers the 0-2, and it's fouled up and out of play, and we'll do it once more.
Tina doing a good job so far of getting ahead of hitters. We've seen a bunch of 0-2 counts and 1-2s so far. This is going to be different than McBrayer. Tina, a very, very good pitcher with hitting her location and really working her breaking pitches in and out.
Yeah, and you mentioned if she does one thing exceptionally well, she does multiple things very well. She gets ahead of hitters very often. That one just missed inside. Thought she might have had her second punch out of the game.
Very close.
But instead it's a 1-2 pitch. Not a bad miss. A little inside, try to get a swing and a miss or a lazy ground ball. One-two hit on a line. Oh, it's a little bit of a flare actually out towards Sauls. She gloves it and throws on the run to get Todd over there at first. So there's 2 away now. Hobson moves over to third.
Now batting the right fielder, number 42, Haley Jones.
But the sure-handed TK Sauls fielding her position as we're accustomed to seeing from the senior. Right fielder Haley Jones takes the first pitch from Malik for a strike.
There she is working ahead again there, Troy. Love to see it.
First pitch strikes. It changes the entire complexity of an at-bat for the hitter and the pitcher, depending on how that first pitch goes. You want to get that one in your pocket. And the 0-1 here. Nice pitch, swing and a miss. It's 0-2 now.
She has a wonderful little knuckle curve that she can throw. I'm pretty sure she threw it there if it wasn't just a regular curveball that she took a little bit off. Totally fooled Jones there.
Haley Jones was 0 for 2 in game 1 with a pair of strikeouts, and that one just misses outside. I thought it might have been her third.
Nice
But
job.
Instead, it's 0-1.
Hit the
or 1 and 2.
1 and 2,
I don't know
yep.
what I'm doing.
That's all right. I'm talking over you too, so we both screwed up there.
The 1-2 swung on and missed. It's Malik's second K of the game, and she gets out of the second inning unscathed. Strands a runner over there at third. Piedmont coming up, try to add to their lead in the bottom of the second. They lead 1-0.
First baseman, number 31.
Welcome back to the Main Event Broadcasting Network as the sun is setting behind left field here. As your Lady Lions dig in here for the bottom of the second as Kara Taylor steps into the box. And she'll lace the first one down to Swearingen at short. She'll wind and fire and get Kara Taylor. One pitch, 1 out.
Now batting the right fielder, number 24.
Good start there for Godfrey in the second inning to get the leadoff batter. That'll bring up Hannah Smith, stepping into the box on the right-hand side. The lefty slapper for the Lions. It's going to take a ball outside.
This one taken for a strike by Smith. Another one, breaking pitch on the outer half that she let go.
I would have let it go too.
Go to 1-2 now in the count. Hannah Smith was, let's see, was she 1 for 1 last game? She scored a pair of runs, reached via a walk as she fouls that one down the left side.
Scored twice too, which was very important. She was part of that second inning rally. I feel like most people were on the Piedmont team.
Yeah, it'd be easier to count who wasn't part of that. She hits that one over there. It's going to go off the glove of the pitcher, and that's going to be a base hit. Godfrey just couldn't quite make the play. Tough play, where as a pitcher, as a fielder, as an athlete, your instinct is to go make the play. Maybe in hindsight, you let that one go and let your second baseman field your position, but it's hard to fault somebody for trying to field their position there like Godfrey did.
Hindsight is 20/20, but with Hannah Smith running, you know it's a slapper, so you may have to, off that big hop, be the next person that gets it. Probably can't let it hop twice because a slapper will typically be on first, so I don't blame her too much.
Yeah, it's a tough one. Graham there is going to bunt that one toward first, and she'll be out 3-4. Nice job moving a runner over. Graham's first appearance in today's doubleheader as well. She's going to get credited for a sac bunt.
It's actually a nice play there by Palmer to get down the line, and Delamar to come in right behind her. It looked like she was going to get to the bag possibly late. Palmer throws it to the bag instead of Delamar. Very good fundamentals there for the Panthers.
Bottom half of the order here for Piedmont, going to try to steal a run here if they can, as this one's down in the zone to TK Saul's RBI opportunity with Hannah Smith out there at second base and 2 outs.
Talk about RBI. She had 3 in that last game to tie the lead for the Lady Lions with Caitlin Perry.
Saul's good eye again, takes that one low and inside. Not going to do anything with that pitch normally. Even if you do make contact, it's going to go foul or it's going to hit off your shin, which you don't want to do either. Godfrey delivers this one a little bit outside. Says, my bad, to the catcher, Rebecca Hobson. This one upper half of the zone called a strike to Sauls. Doesn't seem too bothered by it. This one flown out toward the right side. I think it's going to get out of play. No, it stays in play, but falls out of the reach of 3 Panthers defenders. So Sauls is going to stay alive here. Piedmont leads 1-0, bottom of the second inning. Got a run early in this in the second game of this doubleheader. There's doubleheader. Mark it down.
Yep, 1.
Sauls hammers that one to right field. That's going to get over the head of the right fielder and score another run. Sauls is on her way to third. She's in there easily as the throw is going to come in way behind her. That's a triple for the senior, and it's going to score. Hannah Smith put Piedmont up 2-0 here in the second.
Yeah, that's the second time this afternoon, nighttime, that Jones has got caught on one of those fly balls. She freezes on the line drive, but freezes just a second too long and doesn't have enough speed, makeup speed really, to get to the balls that have been over her head out to the right field there. But TK with another RBI brings her to 11 on the season. Nice triple there.
Great work from the 9 hitter there for Piedmont. Bottom of the order, producing a run in this half inning. And no matter what you do out there, if you're Haley Jones, that ball stung. You're not catching it even if you break on it right away, the way Sauls hit that ball.
Hannah Smith might have got to it.
Maybe Hannah Smith might have got to it, but even still, TK hit that ball on the screws. Stegmeyer takes a ball low on the first pitch she sees. She's 0 for 1 so far in this second leg of a doubleheader. She bunts this one straight back in front of home. And just right where nobody could make a play. 4 fielders seemingly converged on it all at once. Caused a ton of confusion. Stegmeyer, that's an RBI single. It only went 7 feet in front of home plate, but that's an RBI single in your scorebook.
We call it a Bermuda box since there was 4 people, not a Bermuda triangle, because it didn't seem that was the exact perfect place to put that. That was the dead zone. Catcher came out, pitcher came in, and nobody really was able to cover first. And Becca, by the time they picked it up, already was on first base almost. So great job.
Becca's bunt to the Bermuda box.
Oh my gosh.
This one's low, and she's going to go ahead and take second too. Just having herself a day out there. There's a stolen base for Stegmeyer. First pitch to Isley was low for a ball.
Yeah, Stegmeyer actually tied the single-season record for steals. Off to a little bit of a slower start this year. She's 9 in 10 attempts so far.
Isley swings through that one on the upper half of the plate.
If I was Swearingen over at short, I would be ready. Isley, her last 5 hits, 4 have gone right through that 5-6 hole right there.
Counts 0-2, by the way. I think I had that wrong as Isley stays alive and fouls it straight back. 0-2 the count again to Isley. She singled her first time up in the first inning, later scored on Caitlin Perry's RBI double that hit halfway up the dead center field wall. Isley takes that one up out of the zone for a ball, stays alive at 1-2. Stegmeyer out there having a little bit of fun at second base, making sure everybody's paying attention.
If there weren't 2 outs, I guarantee she'll get to third there. That's a play. Watch for later in the game if Becca Stegmeyer gets this opportunity again.
Isley hammers that one into the left center field gap. That's going to get down, get all the way to the wall, and Stegmeyer's going to score standing. Isley around second. She's going to try for 3 in there, sliding for another triple, the second of the inning for the Lions.
A triple for Caitlin Isley, using the left side of that field again. When a hitter's seeing a ball good, they're able to use all parts of the field, but they're definitely hitting those gaps, left center, right center, and she's been murdering it to that side of the field.
Boy, the Lions picking up right where they left off in Game 1. They fell behind, believe it or not, 1-0 after the first 3 pitches of the game, after they waited around for a while, and LaGrange jumped on them to start this doubleheader. But it's been all Piedmont since, 13-1 in Game 1, and now very quickly 4-0 in the bottom of the second in Game 2.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to have a visit from Jennifer Claybook, the head coach for the Lady Panthers, out to the mound. Just going to talk with Godfrey, not going to make a pitching change here in the second. This is kind of more what we thought we would see versus Huntington. Piedmont tagging the ball a lot more, not going as deeper in accounts, hopping on a couple of these first pitches, early 1-1 counts, and really to this point have only made 2 errors in the first game. Like you said, Troy, they were very early, has not made one so far. And this is a team we saw against Berea and Maryville. This is the type of Lady Lion softball that we're going to be accustomed to, hopefully.
Yes, absolutely. They've done a very good job so far in this season. That Huntington game, though, that Game 1 that they lost 1-0, Lauren Melton, credit to her, the Huntington starter. She had the Lions off balance, out in front, behind pitches. She earned that win. So that's a hard one to really hang your hat on if you're Piedmont. Sometimes you just get beat by a great pitcher, and Lauren Melton was that just a few days ago as Perry takes one down and away for a ball. Perry already with an RBI double in Game 2 here, takes that one as they check on Isley over at third, making sure she's staying honest.
Hobson active behind the plate.
Perry hammers that one high and deep to left field. They're giving chase. It is off the top of the wall and gone.
I said get legs, and I meant it.
It had just enough legs. When I say off the top of the wall, I mean off the top of the wall. Right on top of the yellow strip out there, and there it goes. Caitlin Perry's 3rd home run of the season, and it puts the Lady Lions up 6-0, and that might be the end of Godfrey's day as well.
I think that might have been the mound visit was probably say like, hey, don't give this girl anything to hit. I know we have a 600 hitter, but this is a legitimate 600 hitter in Caitlin Perry.
I mean,
fastest
Caitlin Perry.
Fastest hands I have ever seen here. And I've watched Marianne Kennison hit, who holds the record for the best batting average, 485 for the Lady Lions in a single season. And Merrick, if you're listening, bub, I got to tell you, KP might break your record, and I thought it would never be touched, but here we are just 2 years later.
KP has just been absolutely on fire this season with 0 signs of letting up. She's got the Lady Lions up 6-0 as it stands with 2 outs in the bottom of the second. Take a quick break. We'll catch you back up with the LaGrange pitching change when we come back here on the Main Event Broadcasting Network on YouTube.
All right, welcome back here on the Main Event Broadcast Network. So we have Macy Harris going to be the new hurler in the circle for the LaGrange Panthers. She did have one inning. It was actually that last inning before Piedmont ended up winning via run rule. She had one inning pitch and one strikeout, so a clean slate for her.
Kaylee White takes the 0-1 pitch, hits it a mile in the air. Tricky play there for third baseman Regan Gunter, but she makes the play nonetheless. And that ends a long bottom of the second inning for Piedmont. Caitlin Perry's third home run of the season, a 2 RBI home run to left center field, puts the Lady Lions up 6-0 as we head to the top of the third.
Bring us in.
Gunter.
Third baseman Regan Gunter is going to lead off the top of the third for LaGrange. He just caught a high pop-up to end the bottom half of the inning. And lo and behold, when you make a play in the field, sometimes your number's going to get called and you're going to lead off the next half of the inning. Here she is facing Martina Malik out for her third inning of work as this one's bunted right in front of home. Picked up and thrown over to second baseman TK Sauls in time. Nice play out there from Mackenzie Davis hopping out of her stance and making the play for the first out.
Small little play there, but very important. I heard her just a little bit over my earphones here. Called inside to TK Sauls, who's covering the bag. That happened last game when Hannah Morgan did not do that going down the third. Ended up ricocheting off the helmet and cost the Lions a run, actually.
Yeah, tough play there. Whenever a catcher's got to make a throw down to first. Inside, in play, outside, on the foul side territory where you want the person over there at first so you don't end up hitting the runner. You gotta have a clear path to make that throw.
Yep.
First pitch this time to Lindsay Swearingen. Her first at bat of the doubleheader is outside. Takes that one outside for a ball. 2-0.
Very rare of Malik to fall behind ever, but Tipley is able to battle back with her incredible control.
Got her sign, and she's going to deliver the 2-0. It's hit straight up in the air. Somebody's going to have to get in, and it's Davis that time. Again, out of her stance as the catcher. She's got an assist. She's got a put out now this inning. Does the backstop, and there's 2 away.
Now batting number 49.
Nice to have Davis back there, who last season they really only had Hannah Morgan back there, and Davis came on late, right before the COVID shutdown happened, and gave Morgan a little bit of a break behind the plate because she was tiring out there towards the middle of the season.
Top of the order now for LaGrange. It's Ivy Grant who takes the ball low and away.
They also have Anna Guerin, a freshman they brought in this year. On staff, can do some catching for the Lady Lions.
1-0 to Malik, hit high out toward left center field. 2 players giving chase, and it's a left fielder, Perry, calling off Stegmeyer to make the play. 3 up, 3 down in the third for the Panthers. Piedmont's going to come and try to add to their 6-0 lead. They'll bat in the bottom of the third when we come back.
Davis. Great song.
Back at the Walker Athletic Complex, I'm Troy Wyman alongside Mario D'Alessandro, among many others up here in a crowded press box on the campus of Piedmont College. Lady Lions lead 6-0, entering the bottom of the third here. Game 2 of our doubleheader with LaGrange. Piedmont took the first leg of the doubleheader 13-1 in 5 innings via run rule.
And for those of you that had the over on the doubleheader, we're already at 3 of the 5, so hopefully you can cash your tickets.
Cash them in, Mario.
I'm gonna start thinking about that now. It's coming off really naturally because we've played 2 games, which is, by definition, a DH.
Okay, you didn't say it.
The 1-0 pitch to Davis is called a strike. She grounded out to third in the first inning, her first time up. Only Lion that did not bat in the second inning as they sent 8 hitters to the plate. Swings through that one. Actually, it's fouled away.
Lions bench. Definitely more rowdy than I heard them in the Huntington series. Obviously, when you're blowing people out, that's a lot more fun and everybody can get into the game. So everybody's going to be more enthused. So,
yeah, they've had plenty to cheer about so far as Davis sends that one out toward the hole. It's gloved, but there's just no play that deep in the hole there for who was out there at short. Swearingen
that's
again.
my bad. I didn't turn it over.
No, it's all right. Our sheet was on the wrong side.
Yeah, that's a turfus right there again. I mean, that hop should have came right up chest high for Swearingen. It basically takes a little bit of a dig down to the left, and you'll hear Terry Martin say, keep your house clean. That's the reason why. Clean in front of you so the ball doesn't take weird hops here at the whack.
Kara Taylor takes a pitch up and out of the zone. She grounded out 6-3 last half inning, her first at bat of the game.
Taylor looking to get on a little bit of a roll here. She went 0 for 3 last game, did have the ribby, but has been sliding a little bit after a torrid start to the season where she had 450 through the first, I think, 6 or 7 games.
Swings at that one high and deep to left field, giving chase is Todd. She can't make the play over her shoulder. Here comes Davis. She's going to get held. Oh, Taylor's got to scamper back to second, and she does. And as she does that, here comes Mackenzie Davis to score. Great base running all around by the Lions. Great coaching over there at third base by Terry Martin.
I thought he was going to send her initially, but then told her to hold up at the end. She does. Ball goes over to second smartly because they saw that David wasn't going home, but Swearingen was basically committed to get the tag down. I'm sorry, that was actually second base in Delamar. And a good heads-up play by Terry Martin to send Mackenzie Davis, and a good heads-up play by Mac to get home on that play. 7 rip, baby.
You got a little excited there that you think you might get Taylor back picked, and when you do that, you forgot that there was a runner only about 60 feet away from home.
Piedmont doing all the small things right. Limiting the errors, knock on wood. Small ball in here, running fundamentals. This is what's going to make this team successful going down the latter half of the season.
Hannah Smith up in the count 2-0 now. Yeah, base running, but getting bunts down, those little small things that don't seem that important because they're not strikeouts and they're not home runs, they're not fancy. They make a difference in a game. They're the difference between winning and losing.
And something I haven't usually seen, Hannah Smith starts off left-handed, goes right-handed now after being up 2-0.
She's going to switch around to the right-hand side of the box and takes a strike.
And what I can tell you from watching BP and being down at practice, she is a very good swing way hitter. Don't think that this is the lesser half of her plate side. She's a very good hitter from the right half, but she's just so skilled at slapping that she's been doing that most of the year.
Yeah, up in the count here with the runner at second, you switch over to the right side of the plate where maybe she's got a little more power, feels a little more comfortable, and now after taking that pitch, she's up in the count 3-1. So she's in a very favorable hitter's count if she wants to swing away with some power.
And no outs here, so go ahead, have one here, Hannah.
Takes that one low. She's going to draw a walk. I wonder how confusing that is for a pitcher to be in a bat. You're down 2-0, and all of a sudden the batter switches sides of the plate. You're like, okay, my whole plan, my whole rhythm of what I was going to do to you, out the window.
Well, and it's even confused Terry Martin, who knows she has both those in her repertoire. He called pause to ask if it was okay, and trust me when I say he knows the rule book better than the rule book knows the rule book. So the fact that he was asking, that's what's kind of shocking.
Pinch runner now for Hannah Smith. That's going to be number 7. I believe that's Lexi Chitwood.
It is.
Pinch running for Piedmont, number 7, Lexi Chitwood.
Chitwood's been the primary pinch runner for Piedmont here this latter half of the season, the freshman.
Also have gone to Callaway a couple times. Hannah Callaway, very smart on the bases. Chitwood getting the nod this time.
2 runners on now for Drew Graham, who takes a pitch low and in for a ball.
Shortstop kind of up for grabs here. Drew was the starter to start the year. Macy Allen has taken over, but Macy with a couple errors here in the past couple games. If Drew can make a statement here in this second half of the doubleheader, we could maybe see her start to overtake that shortstop position from Macy.
Yep, that lineup that's had Macy Allen in, it's been working, so that's something that even if she's not quite holding her own as much as she'd probably like to, sometimes just look, this person being in there is helping us one way or another, even if the person behind her is giving her, a run for her money. But definitely something to look at if you're a Lions fan. And Graham takes this one for a strike, and it's an even count at 2-2.
Godfrey living in the top of the zone so far is going to be dangerous, especially once you get to the Morgan, Isley, Perry part of the lineup.
Yeah, don't miss up in the zone to those 3. That one grounded over toward third. Easy play made by Gunter to get the lead runner, and that's the only play she'll have.
Now batting number 15, T.
Graham reaches on a fielder's choice. Nine-hitter senior TK Sauls digs in, takes a strike. Sauls tripled her last time up. He eventually came around to score. Takes that one up and out of the zone. One pitch on the way, and it's low for a ball. Lady Lions up 7-0 here in the bottom of the third inning. A very gorgeous night here at the Walker Athletic Complex in Demorest, Georgia. Another one up and out of the zone for a ball. Saul's ahead in the count, 3-1 now.
Yeah, Godfrey getting a little wild, not really getting her hips lined up to the plate to be able to snap it through, getting in almost what we would call the field goal position and getting your hips closed.
Grounded over toward third, going to take a tag play, get the lead runner, and again, nothing doing, but over towards second goes Graham. Oh, and they got her. Bang, bang, play. Hope everybody's all right. A little bit of a collision there. Both Gunter and Graham getting up slowly.
Heck of a play by
Great.
Gunter.
It was a really good play. She gets the lead runner on a tag. That was pitch runner Chitwood. Then across the diamond wasn't in time, but then back across Palmer's throw back over to Gunter. Managed to nail Drew Graham. Good play all around, keeping their heads in it. We're there for the Panthers, and the Lions run themselves out of an inning. But they lead 7-0 after 3. We'll be back. Landon Delamar is going to lead things off for the LaGrange Panthers. in the top half of the fourth inning. Mario, I can't remember if you and I have talked about this before, but I made this observation once. I'm new. It's my first year at Piedmont, and I made this observation about these two teams. And I'll get to it here in a second as this one's flown up toward TK Sauls, and she gloves it for the first out. These universities, these colleges have existed for quite some time now, I'm sure. But whoever decided to name it the Piedmont Lions and the LaGrange Panthers, I feel like they got that backwards.
Yes.
Piedmont Panthers and the LaGrange Lions seems like that would have flown together very well. I made that observation about a month ago, and now it's the only thing I think about when these two teams get together.
I'm going to be calling the LaGrange Lions the entire day because you said that. Thank you.
Oh, the Piedmont Panthers are up 7-0 here. No, the Piedmont Lions lead the LaGrange Panthers 7-0. I don't want to confuse anybody. My apologies. 1 out away now. It's Abby Gardner who's behind in the count 0-1. Fouls one back and out of play, and it's 0-2 now.
And I want you guys to watch at home Tina Malik's hips versus Godfrey's. And you'll explain why Tina can have so much better control. Watch her hips get basically parallel. She'll get her arms kind of into the slot, and she throws Godfrey not quite getting parallel, which I believe they call is open, which seemed like it should be closed, but that's why Tina is able to locate her pitches so well. She knows her hips are lined up, so that means your body's lined up, and she's just able to execute the pitch, her arm coming through. So that's why she's doing so well right now and cruising 1 hit through 4.
Yeah, absolutely. The ball is going to go where your body's facing. If you're opening your hips, if you're facing toward one of the dugouts, that's where the ball's going to trail because that's where your arm's going to follow your midsection. So you got to get squared up directly to the plate, and Martina does a great job of that. This one's fouled away. Good battle here so far between her and Gardner.
And it's not an easy fix. It's really hard because these girls have been pitching for 15 years, something like that. But you can see Godfrey's hip pointed towards like the first base line, so we see she can maybe fix that here.
The 0-2 yet again is swung on. Tried to check it, but she couldn't. It is Abby Gardner. Martina Malik rings her up for another strikeout.
Now batting number 2, Rebecca Hobson.
Rebecca Hobson 1 for 1 so far in the game. She's going to come up here in the top of the fourth with 2 away. Malik delivers a pitch there to her. Flied over toward the first base dugout. Kara Taylor nearly made that play.
Tough having to actually look probably almost through the screen to get that ball as it kind of hit down a little bit of a cue ball going right behind the dugout screen.
Right where that opening where the dugout ends and there's a gate down there for players to get into. Just a tough little tough angle down there. Fouled up and out of play toward that same spot in a way up over the first base dugout. And Mario, we were talking about the pitching and having your mechanics down. That's something that, they've been doing this for 15 years. The professional softball players and baseball players, any athlete, sometimes you just get into a bad habit and you got to get back to your fundamentals. You got to get back to those mechanics that no matter who you are, sometimes they just get away from you. And it takes practice and it takes constant reminders of that type of thing. This one's grounded out towards Sauls. Easy play, 4-3 over to Taylor. And it's another 1-2-3 inning for Martina Malik, the third that she's pitched so far in this game.
And speaking of basics, right there, TK Sauls, that is the queen of basics, as she is able to field her position better than anybody the Lions have on squad.
Yep, head down, fields the ball first, easy play over to first. We've played 3.5. Piedmont's going to try to add to their lead in the bottom of the fourth when we come back.
Rebecca Stegmeyer.
Troy Wyman alongside Mario D'Alessandro here in the press box at the Walker Athletic Complex. The WAC.
The WAC.
Piedmont leads 7-0 as we start the bottom of the fourth inning. Top of the order due up Stegmeyer, Isley, and Perry. Between the three of those so far today in this doubleheader, already 5 hits and 4 runs between the top 3 in the order in this second game.
And speaking of 5, that was the 5th doubleheader.
Ooh.
We've hit the watermark.
Ooh.
And technically I said the 6th, so we're over. Congrats to you that took over.
Taking prop bets on our broadcast as Stegmeyer lines that one right back up the middle for another base hit.
Starting to see the ball very well is Becca Stegmeyer. That liner in the first down left field line, or maybe it might have been her second time up, and now laces that one up top. Very good to see her starting to come around with the stick.
Hard to imagine that unless she hits some kind of major slump with, knock on wood, hopefully not, no announcer's jinx, but she has taken control of that leadoff spot after starting the year toward the bottom of the order. She's just been on fire. You can't take her out of that leadoff spot right now. Here's Isley who lines one. Oh, that's going to be unfortunate. Isley lines out to third, and it's an easy double play over there at first as Stegmeyer was moving. Yeah, low liner, you kind of read that as, oh, that's going to be a ground ball, but it wasn't. So that's unfortunate, and there's 2 away.
Well, Terry Martin had the hit and run on, so Stegmeyer was running. Nothing you can do there. She had to put bat on ball. The call was on. Very important that if maybe Caitlin Perry can do as she did last at bat, we would be going to the top of the 5th, and 8th after 5 could be in play again for the Lady Lions.
Very true. Caitlin Perry took the first pitch for a ball. This one she swings through an off speed, evens the count 1-1. Very quickly, 2 outs now in this inning after unlucky Caitlin Isley hit another ball very hard, but it was out and Stegmeyer was off and running on the pitch. As Perry out on her front leg there, but holds back on the off-speed pitch. Stays ahead in the count 2-1. My scorebook looks a little better this game than it did last game. It was in shambles in game 1. This one's grounded over toward Gunter's got to make a tough play on the run just in time. Perry was hustling down the line in a bang-bang play, but she got her. And the Panthers are going to, after a leadoff single, a 1-2-3 inning for LaGrange. Very fast-moving bottom of the 4th. We'll go to the 5th. Piedmont leads 7-0. Top of the 5th inning here in Demorest, Georgia, the Walker Athletic Complex on the campus of Piedmont College. You're listening to Piedmont Softball on the Main Event Broadcasting Network on YouTube. I tried testing myself there. That was a mouthful of information.
You did well.
Having some fun with it. Martina Malik out for her 5th inning of work, and she gets a foul ball from Haley Palmer to start the inning.
That's when there's kind of a microcosm of the doubleheader here, the second leg of it. Ball looks juicy, and then right at the end, that Malik curveball tailing just away and gets it off the tip of the bat.
Microcosm. Good word.
For 200, please.
Malik's second pitch is low for a ball. 1-1 count now. Palmer grounded out right back to Malik. Her first at bat went 1-3 in your scorecard. Takes that one up and away for a ball. She's ahead 2-1.
Like Palmer's stance in the balk. I actually like her swing when she's taking her practice cuts here. Looks like somebody that is definitely ready to hit and takes a nice hack whenever she makes contact.
Don't get cheated. Swing hard in case you hit it. Yeah. No sense in swinging at it if you're not going to try to hit it hard.
Absolutely.
Martina Malik swaps out for a different softball. She's behind in the count 2-1 here, but she's got her sign and she delivers the 2-1. It's lined out toward first, and it's Kara Taylor to make the play, and there's one away.
There's that curveball again, Troy, getting off the end of the bat. A lot of soft contact in the second half of the doubleheader for Malik.
Yeah, way out in front of that one was Palmer in a hitter's count on a 2-1 pitch, and she was way out in front, hit one off the end of the bat for an easy out. The fielder Brittany Todd grounded out to second baseman TK Sauls, her first at bat. Fouls one up and over. Wearing number 88.
Couldn't even tell you a baseball player if we can try and name one that's worn 88. Name a hockey player.
There's somebody for the White Sox now that's eluding me.
Jimenez?
No, he's 74, I think, right? I don't know. Todd hits that one high and in the air to center field, but it's right at Stegmeyer, who camps under it. Makes an easy play for the second out of the fifth.
Now batting number 42, Haley Jones.
Haley Jones will dig in. She's got a strikeout in this game. She's got 3 total throughout the doubleheader. Every doubleheader we say from this point is just bonus.
Oh, it's cake. Gravy.
Malik's gone 4 2/3 so far, and she's going to try to get through 5 here, but starts Jones with the ball up and away.
Yeah, Malik maybe want to extend the innings a couple more, try and catch her pal Emma McBrayer, who is leading the USA South in ERA with a saltering 1.17. And then guess who's second? Malik.
I think it's Martina Malik.
Malik, 1.53.
Yeah, these two have been the class of the field, I think, so far in the USA South. 2 of the best, if not the 2 best, that the conference has seen thus far this season. She's behind 2-1 here, though, as Jones fouls that one up and out of play, and the count goes to 2-2. Good energy from the LaGrange dugout here. They're trailing 7-0 in this game, too. They've been outplayed so far, but they're still up. They're still cheering on their teammates, trying to spark some kind of rally. Jones hits that one high in the air, back behind short. Graham's going back. Look out, ladies. Graham and Stegmeyer come together, but Graham makes the play, so no harm, no foul, and Piedmont gets out of the top of the 5th inning. They'll come up with a chance to walk it off if they score one more run in the bottom of the 5th. They lead 7-0. Hold on. Bottom of the 5th inning here in the second game of 2 here at the Walker Athletic Complex. Piedmont with a chance to walk this one off in 5 innings as well. They're up 7-0 entering the bottom of the 5th, and it's Kaylee White, the cleanup hitter, to lead things off. First pitch she sees hits hard right at the shortstop. It's going to bounce off of Swearinger's shin, and White's going to reach there. Tough play. Not sure if that's going to be considered a hit or an error. You almost want to say it's a hit because she stung that ball.
Yeah. Her leg probably stings just like she stung the ball. Good for her, though, to not just drop there and realize she has to cover second in case Kaylee White was to round, because Delamar was way out into the outfield. So tough kid over there at short, Swearinger.
Going to have a pinch runner here. I think that's Hannah Calloway, number 11, going to run for White.
Pinch running for Piedmont.
There's Kaylee White again.
Calloway.
First pitch swinging, whether she's a DH or in the lineup. She loves taking the first pitch, best pitch you're going to see, and fired it down to short.
Absolutely. Mackenzie Davis is going to dig in now. She's 1 for 2 in this second game. Scored a run back in the 3rd after a single. Lions got an opportunity here to finish this game off now with the runner on first. Curious to see if they play small ball and try to play for 1 here. They don't. Well, maybe they do, actually. Davis takes a pitch, but off and running is Calloway, and she's in there with a stolen base.
Yeah, Terry Martin, just like me, is thinking, I want to go eat. Let's end this sucker now.
Yeah, we got delayed to start this thing with the umpires, a scheduling error. This group of umpires that's here was given the call late notice. They didn't know they were going to be called into action, but they're here nonetheless. As a bunt gets down, it's perfect. Davis is just out. Bang, bang play down there.
Nice bunt there by Mac, though.
No, it definitely does the job. It's going to go down as a sack, but she almost found herself on base anyway.
Now, if that bat would have hit the ball out in the middle after she had dropped it, what's the call there, Troy?
I believe the batter is out, if that's the case.
Gotcha. That was a little dangerous there.
It was close. I thought it was going to get there.
Yeah. So then let's teach you, whenever you swing at the bat or swing at the ball, kind of dip it off the side. I had a horrible thing where I would swing and throw the dang thing. I almost hit a couple on deck batters.
Oh, you were that kid.
I was that kid. Yeah, I hit a back rack down a time or 2 in my day. So.
Quick note there, Hannah Calloway's 3 for 3 now on stolen base attempts this season. After swiping second, she's now at 3rd after the sack bunt from Davis. Winning run is over there at 3rd base. Kara Taylor is the scheduled batter. There's a meeting of the minds on the mound and over on the left of your screen there. Terry Martin talking to his hitters and runners, figuring out how they want to play this. How do we want to try to win this game here, huh?
Mm-hmm. Well, you just need a little fly ball, something really to the outfield. Haven't seen any great arms come in so far and plays at the plate. So anything a good, 30, 40 feet out from the basically tip of the grass to the infield probably will do from Taylor. And you do have a burner in Calloway at 3rd.
Yeah, especially when you've got the pinch runner out there. You put speed out there for a reason, and that's, I'd imagine, anything that gets out to that grass with any reasonable distance, you're going to try to send Calloway, and let's just try to end it right here. You trust her speed, and you trust that she gets a good jump.
And hey, don't rule out a suicide squeeze from Terry Martin either.
Very true. Kara Taylor.
She squared her
around. There you go.
Yep.
Taylor's got a double in this game already.
It's like I worked for the guy for 2 years.
Yeah, it's almost like it. Not squaring this time, and she takes one out of the zone. 2-0 count now, so we'll see how things change with Taylor up in the count in a more favorable hitter's count. The 2-0 on the way, swings at one down in a way. That's probably not the one that was going to do a lot of damage, and I think she knew it.
I think she wants to end it herself, doesn't want to take an easy 4-pitch walk. It looks like they're just going to pitch her outside, outside, outside.
Yeah, another pitch on the outer half, and she lets it go. Yeah, they're daring her to go ahead and try to swing at those, but we'll let you probably walk on over the first. Yeah, an intentional walk here with the dangerous hitter and Taylor.
Yep.
The 3-1, outer half 2, and it skips in there, and she will take her base on over to first. Runs through the bag.
Number 7. Pinch hitting number 7, Lexi Chitwood.
Lexi Chitwood, who came in the game for Hannah Smith earlier, is going to stay in at the moment. She's going to hit.
And if you can hear through my microphone, our Our PA announcer, Matt Crumbly, called her Pitchwood. It is actually Chitwood, so the young man just slipping up for the first time today. We all make mistakes. I've newer, but...
They might not have even heard it, and you had to tell our viewers about it. They might not have even heard it.
Hey, did you see that bus I just sent you under?
Yeah. I wish that was on first.
Looks like we may have some form of substitution here.
Another pinch runner. Kara Taylor is going to exit.
So running for Piedmont, number 20, Madeline Williams.
So if he puts Madeline Williams in the game at first base, you very well could see the patented Terry Martin first or third delayed goofy steal here from Willie on first. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, Williams is out there. She is going to take off. She's kind of dancing around, but they're just going to let her take second as Chitwood pulled back a bunt attempt. Probably the smart play from LaGrange. That run at this point does not matter.
Yep. Terry's been doing that for 22 years. Has got his fair share of teams to bluff on it and throw it down, but not this time.
1-0 to Chitwood. She squares again, but pulls it back away outside. Curious to see how they play this one now with first base open. Drew Graham is in the on-deck circle. Chitwood doesn't have too many plate appearances this season, but she's showing that she wants to bunt, and they might just say, we don't want to deal with that right now. We'll put a force at every base. That one was closer to the zone, but again, she pulled back the bunt attempt, and it's 3-0. Have to imagine you put her on here and put a force at every base if you're LaGrange.
I wonder if they were doing the same thing, Troy, the intentional walk here.
The 3-0, it's going to miss well outside, and Chitwood is going to draw that walk. We'll see what Terry Martin chooses to do with his lineup here.
Looks like he's going to go to Hannah Morgan, who had almost a bomb in the first game. Hit the 225 sign in center field. Talked to her actually after the first leg of the doubleheader. Didn't even get all of it, she said. She hit slightly under it, so I'd hate to see what happens if she gets all of it.
She didn't get all that one? Goodness.
That's what I looked at. I gave her the brow and said, you serious?
Gosh, she smoked that thing. Hannah Morgan's going to come up. Bases loaded, 1 out.
And I got to figure that Terry Martin's figuring more power in the bat and more pop for Morgan. So if there is a ball that's, not quite squared up, but you get a piece of it, something up in the zone for a fly ball, that Morgan's is going to travel a little bit farther than Drew Graham's. As Drew Graham also a level plane hitter, where Hannah Morgan has that more new age school of a little launch angle, little low to high swing.
Yeah, everything now is launch angle in professional stick and ball sports, softball, baseball. Everything's launch angle now. So here's Hannah Smith. She takes one up in the zone. Actually, up and out of the zone. It's 1-0. Callaway, the runner at third. Madeline Williams on second. Lexi Chitwood over at first. Swung on and missed Hannah Morgan that time.
Nice job changing speeds there from Harris. She was expecting something down the pipe, already falling behind 1-0, but goes off speed there.
1-1 count. This could be the ball game here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Lions lead 7-0. The 1-1 on the way. Low for a ball. Good eye there by Hannah Morgan.
Walks as good as they do here.
Yeah, there's nowhere to put her. You got to pitch to her right now. This is the decision they made. They load the bases. Their speed all over there too. The 2-1. It's swung on, hit down the line. That's gonna do it. It gets down, and that's gonna be the ball game. Still running. All 3 runs are going to come in and score, but that's the ball game. Just 8 runs after 5. That's it. That's a walk-off winner for Hannah Morgan. Lions are going to win it 8-0, and that's 2 games of this doubleheader that they've won in only 5 innings.
Fantastic answer from splitting the Huntington series, which, to be honest, they consider it, all right, we got to win, but was not their best softball. Today, we saw that. 0 errors in the second game, 1 hit given up by Tina. Clean slate all around, and a perfect game, honestly, for the Lady Lions.
That scoreboard's looking really nice for 2 reasons. 1, it's been glitching on us recently with all the rain, so I like to see it lit up to begin with. 2, 8 runs, 10 hits, no errors for the Lions, as you said, compared to no runs, only 1 hit, for the Panthers. That's how you go win a softball game. The Lions just put on a clinic in game 2 of that's how you play a clean softball game start to finish and take care of business.
Yep, and the great thing we saw today in the first game and a little bit in the second, Terry Martin was able to get a lot of his players in. We even saw Madison Whiteside make her first appearance. I think literally everybody got a little bit of chance to play. Shaylin Sutton even getting to the dish. Madeline Williams getting on. Hannah Calloway, Chitwood. We saw the whole complement of the team, and you're probably seeing what's a little bit of the future to come also for the Lady Lions here, but just how deep they can go. So if they ever do run into trouble in the tournament, or if they go further, you know that this squad is deep, because obviously playing some of the backups, they still crushed the LaGrange Panthers today.
Yeah, you want to talk about team wins. That was a team win. Everybody did their part. Everybody had a say in it, and that's really what you want to see as the season comes down the stretch. Martina Malik, she's the winning pitcher for Piedmont. She goes to 4-2 on the season. Overall, there are records for the two teams. LaGrange, they fall to 3-5 overall and 2-4 in USA South play. Piedmont, they improved to 2-8, and they're 7-1 atop the West Division standings in the USA South. Right now, they are the team to beat, and this game, this doubleheader, certainly drives that point home. They've got some very good pitching, some very timely hitting. Isley, Perry, some of those players, Stegmeyer today at the top of the order, they're hot at the right time. This team could be very tough to beat going forward, especially as we saw at the end of game 1. Madison Whiteside's back too.
Yep, absolutely. And for those of you who don't know, it's not a traditional tournament this year. The West Side is going to play the 1 and 2 seed in a best 2 out of 3, and then that winner will play the East Division winner in a 2 of 3 for the USA South. And that's the only way you're getting to the tournament this year. So the fact that Piedmont can boast 2 pitchers, a very good closer in Whiteside, I think they're best set up to win a 2 out of 3 instead of it's just a 1 game, or kind of like it was 2 years ago when they kind of faltered in the USA South tournament. They're set up this year to go far.
Yeah, boy, even if you end up in a 3-game series, you've got your 1 pitcher, you got your number 2 pitcher with McBrayer, Malik, who've been solid, and you go, oh boy, who do we go to in game 3? Madison Whiteside.
There you go.
That's not a bad problem to have if she has to end up being your game 3 pitcher, and we're speculating and looking far down the line. But it's nice to dream about that and think of what this team could accomplish, and I certainly think they're capable. So they've played very well today. Again, Piedmont wins game 1 in 5 innings, 13-1. They take game 2, 8-0 in 5 innings. That'll do it for us here on the Main Event Broadcasting Network on YouTube. For Mario D'Alessandro, I'm Troy Wyman. Thank you all for listening. Thanks to everybody here in the press box for making this game go off. It's been a fun game, been a fun day of softball. Thank you all for listening, and we'll see you next time.